Hey, welcome back to NewZeroland. If you're on the other side of the world and haven't heard, New Zealand was recently hit by a pretty serious cyclone. I'm sharing this because most of the places we rode our bikes to on this trip aren't really there anymore. That charging station I used in Wairoa was underwater. This is what that town looked like. One of the last stations we stopped at was crushed by a tree, and some roads no longer exist. So this video series is turning into kind of a documentation of what once was, and our thoughts are with everybody up north. Hopefully you're safe and you can make it through this. In our last episode, we left off in Lottin Point, way up on the East Cape, and now we start riding west over to Tauranga and eventually Auckland.
Cattle guard. Wow, what a cool place.
I wasn't able to charge up at our motel, but I had plenty of battery to get to the next charging station. They really are all over the place. You might not notice them because they're not really on the main road like gas stations, but check out PlugShare and you'll find them. This one was in Takaha.
EV charging station right there. Hey, wow, awesome. Right at the beach resort. Wow, definitely getting Hawaii vibes here.
As you can see, not a lot of EVs venture out to this area of New Zealand, but that made us even more excited to be here. Jen got something healthy to eat and I went straight for the meat pies. I know this is basically gas station food, but this is the full New Zealand road trip experience right here. Yeah, meat pies. Also a guy towing his boat with a tractor being chased by his dog. It doesn't get much more New Zealand than this. So many people have been coming by saying, hey man, is that electric? Like, what's going on? How fast does it go? Does it keep up with the R3? My answer to that is barely, because Jen's fast. But yeah, just so many friendly people. It's awesome up here. I just really feel like I just went back in time to where electric vehicles aren't really a thing and people just don't know that they exist, and so they're so excited about them and they just have tons of questions, and it's like, it just feels so much more special out in the middle of nowhere. You know, it's cool. So the next time somebody comes by and says, hey, is that electric? Then I'll try and get it on video. I've missed every single interaction with normal people thus far, so I'll try harder for the YouTubes.
Alrighty.
Now we're heading along the same road up the coast to Opotiki, I think. Opotiki. That's where we're going.
It's pronounced Opotiki, and the only way I know that is because it has these two lines over the O's. Where you put the emphasis in a word in New Zealand is never where I expect it to be. Pretty much every single time I get it wrong, but that definitely keeps me on my toes. Where are we? Here. We are right here. There's some giant fish the size of a building over there. So this is just going to be a quick stop, maybe like 20-25 minutes, just to get enough range to get to Tauranga, because I don't want to stop again. But we will stop again to fly the drone if it's not too windy by the coast, and to see Whakatane, because I love saying that and I have no idea what's there. So this is our chance to go and see what is in Whakatane. So yeah, I'm going to unplug and we're going to go.
Highway 2 to Whakatane.
Really, the only reason we rode to Whakatane was so I had an excuse to say Whakatane as many times as possible in this video. Whakatane. As we headed west on roads we'd never been on, going through little towns we'd never heard of, it felt like when you reveal more of the map in a video game. And when you think about it, each of us have our own maps. And the more we get out there and see the world, the more we reveal and the bigger our maps become.
Hey, nice.
Aw, cute.
It's cute. It's not supposed to be cute, it's a muscle car.
Yeah, whatever. Little muscles.
Little muscles. A lot of nice smells here. Something smells like Disneyland. Like
Like popcorn and turkey legs?
Kinda. So,
To the right. Tauranga,
I guess we go right. We don't go to Ohapi Beach. Crap. Yeah, let's go up
That's
right.
what the sign said. One more turn. Keep going. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, where is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this wasn't the first time I made a wrong turn, and it wouldn't be the last. If I had a nickel for every time I made a wrong turn, I couldn't spend them in New Zealand because they don't have nickels here. But we got out of Whakatane and we're en route to Tauranga. We stayed with Jen's friend in the Mount, which is called the Mount because there's a mount. So we made it to the Mount. And now we're going to hike the Mount. This one. Yep. Didn't bring water on this hike. We're going to die. I realized I never shot a video without my beanie on. So, well, it's been a long time. Most people will probably be shocked to find out that I'm totally bald. I wear a beanie all the time. Well, here you go. That's the last time you'll see me without a beanie. We're in the forest now. So many trees. So much nature. It's disgusting. The size of this thing is massive. Yeah. Wow. Oh, it's gotta be so fun. Successfully mounted the summit, summited the mounts, made it to the top, and now we're headed back down to get some beers or something. And totally unexpected that we saw some dude like parasailing, jumping off. It was amazing. Just
off the mountain.
Just great timing.
He doesn't want to walk down like us.
No, chumps using our feet. Never know what you'll see when you go outside. It's just important to go outside.
Go outside.
That's the message of today. The next day we had an epic ride planned, the Coromandel Loop. Our friend Cam met up with us for breakfast, and since he's local, he led the way. Cam is our unofficial tour guide of the day. And he also rides a Yamaha 300, so suddenly I felt outnumbered.
I'm excited to go around Coromandel when it's not raining.
Yeah, in the daylight.
In the daylight. Yeah, last time we went to Coromandel, it was at night and in the rain, and we saw a soaking wet possum, and it was terrifying.
Oh, it was so cute.
So cute and terrifying.
Our first stop on the tour was Waihi, an old mining town. Did you know that New Zealand had a gold rush in the 1800s? I didn't. They had this huge operation called Martha's Mine. A great big hole in the ground, but an amazing sight. Pretty much sums it up.
Look at this, we get our own tour guide.
Yeah, this is
I
amazing.
wouldn't know anything about this town otherwise.
Like, we would have ridden straight by this place, not knowing that there's a huge hole in the ground.
Yeah, right?
That's insane. I feel like this is the best kind of motorcycle trip too. Like, just going slow and seeing all the places that you're riding through. Cam's a great tour guide.
Yeah.
There's a charging station in Whangamata, but as is the trend here, there was only one station and 2 cars were there already.
So he's plugged in. Tesla is waiting, I guess. Nah. It's not worth waiting. No. Because this is, like, he's charging probably for 20 minutes and then the Tesla's going to plug in. So it would just take too long.
So instead of waiting, we went to the beach. It's actually called the beach. What do you have in it? Oh, okay. Not like energy drinks. Jaeger bombs.
I think my next Sunday's one.
Yeah. It's so fun. It makes it like a video game.
Yeah.
You're just chatting like, hey, I'm going to pass you.
Bless you.
Right. Where have you taken us now?
To a bridge. I've never stopped here.
Oh, okay.
This is the first for me too.
Going to a bridge. It's going to be the best bridge ever. Whitianga was pretty much my last chance to charge the bike unless I wanted to go super slow over the hill to Coromandel town, so we stopped there for lunch. And now seems like a good time to talk about EV etiquette. So there's this unspoken rule that if you have an electric car and your car is done charging, you make sure to move it so somebody else can use the station, right? Since the infrastructure is pretty lacking, us electric vehicle people gotta look out for each other, especially if you have a Tesla. So what happens is, it's done, and you can unplug, but Teslas automatically lock their ports, and so you can't unplug it unless you're the owner of the Tesla. So we're waiting for the Tesla owner to return and unplug so that I can plug in.
20 minutes later.
So the owner of the Tesla came, unplugged, and then he just left his car parked here. So I had to back in super close to get the cable to fit. This is not a parking spot, Tesla. And you know how in the first episode I talked about charging anxiety? Well, here I am doing what every electric vehicle owner promotes as the ideal scenario, where you stop for lunch while you charge up, so you don't have to wait around and think about charging the whole time. But the whole time we were eating, I was waiting around thinking about charging. I was watching the clock, wondering how close it was to 80%, wondering if anybody else was waiting for me to unplug. Turns out somebody was waiting, so I ran back, unplugged, we had a cool little chat about EVs and stuff, but then I had to run back and finish my lunch because apparently it takes longer to eat a burger than it does to charge my bike. So this whole ideal scenario where you eat lunch while you charge was actually really stressful, and I'm glad that was my only charging stop for the day. It was non-stop twisties all the way to Coromandel town with lots of elevation. This is definitely one of the best motorcycle rides in New Zealand. We bid farewell to our amazing tour guide Cam, who actually had another 2 hours of riding to get home. We met up with him a few weeks later for a track day, but that's a story for another time. In the next episode, we hit the only theme park in New Zealand and began our ride into Northland, a tropical paradise full of beaches, waterfalls, and gravel roads. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.